Good evening again. My chosen topic for today is about stress. As practitioners working for NHS, we are all familiar with the pressures of our profession. Today, I will provide a brief overview of the physiology of stress, discuss the differences between ancient and modern stress, examine the dual nature of stress, explore common workplace and personal stressors, and suggest possible solutions. Physiology of stress. To begin, let's understand what happens in our body when we experience stress. Stress triggers response known as fight or flight reaction. When we perceive a threat, our brain's hypothalamus sends signals to the adrenal glands to release hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones increase our heart rate, blood pressure, and energy supplies, preparing us to either confront or flee from the threat. This response is crucial for survival in dangerous situations. Ancient versus modern stress. The concept of stress has existed throughout human history, but the sources and nature of stress has evolved. In ancient times, our ancestors faced immediate physical threats such as being chased by a predator, hostile human interactions, and environmental dangers. These stressors were intense but short-lived. Once the dangers pass, their bodies return to a relaxed state. In contrast, modern stress or today's stress can be both internal, like self-imposed expectations, and externals, which is from work or society. Modern stress can be often prolonged, continuous, and psychological. This chronic stress is not healthy and can lead to various problems such as hypertension, diabetes, and mental health disorder. The dual nature of stress. While chronic stress is harmful, it is important to acknowledge that stress is not entirely bad. Stress can motivate us to achieve goals and meet challenges. For example, stress can help us prepare for exams, perform well in a job interview, or respond quickly in emergencies. This positive stress, often called eustress, can be a driving force behind progress and innovation in humanity. Now, let's go to the main causes of external stress, specifically the workplace. There are several common causes of stress in the workplace. First is lack of control. Feeling that we have little control over our tasks or schedules can lead to stress. When we cannot influence the outcome of our work, we may feel powerless and overwhelmed. Second is poor team relationships. Conflicts with colleagues or a lack of support from the team can create a stressful environment. Good communication and mutual respect are essential for a healthy workplace. Next is inefficient system. Poorly designed systems and workflows can cause frustrations and stress. When processes are unclear or resources are lacking, it becomes challenging to perform our duties effectively. High workload or excessive workload. When demands exceed our capacity, it leads to burnout. Next is unclear expectations. Not knowing what is expected of us can create anxiety. Clear communication from our leaders and well-defined roles are crucial to reduce stress. Next is emotional demands, such as dealing with workplace politics. This may have an impact on individuals' self-esteem and self-worth, leading to feeling of inadequacy or frustration. Next one is professional development, meeting the 4 pillars, attending SIMs, updates, etc. Now we go to internal stress. It arises from within us, typically driven by personal thoughts, feelings, and attitudes. First is perfectionism and self-criticism. For us who holds ourselves to extremely high standards, we may experience the internal stress. This can manifest as constant worry about our performance. We might worry excessively about making mistakes or not being good enough, even when our performance is actually satisfactory. Second is fear of failure. Overwhelming fear of failing to meet our own expectation can lead to chronic anxiety. Next is negative self-talk. Engaging in self-criticism and negative self-talk, such as thinking I'm not competent enough or I should have done better, can erode self-confidence and increase stress levels. Next is the inability to delegate. Believing that only we can perform the task correctly and thus feeling the need to handle everything ourselves can also lead to burnout. This internal stress can impact our well-being, job satisfaction, and interactions with patients and colleagues, highlighting the importance of addressing perfectionism and cultivating self-compassion and realistic expectations. And now we move on to possible solutions. Here is a list of personal strategies to manage and reduce stress. Number 1 is practice mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness practices such as meditation and deep breathing into our routine to calm our mind and reduce anxiety. Next is maintain healthy lifestyle. Engage in regular exercise, eat a balanced diet, and ensure adequate sleep to booster our resilience to stress. Next is set boundaries. Create clear boundaries between work and personal life. Schedule specific times for work, tasks, and take a break to recharge. Next is to develop time management skills. Prioritize tasks and use tools like to-do lists and calendars to stay organized and reduce feelings of overwhelm. Engage in hobbies. Make time for enjoyable activities such as reading, gardening, or playing an instrument to provide a break from work-related stress. Seek social support. Maintain strong connection with family, friends, and colleagues. Discussing stressors with trusted individuals can provide support and perspective. Then practice positive thinking. Focus on positive aspects of life and practice gratitude. Challenge negative thoughts and replace them with positive ones. Learn to say no, understand your limits, and don't overcommit. Prioritize your well-being by managing your workload effectively. Take breaks. Ensure your regular breaks during your workday and consider holidays on disconnect and rejuvenate. In conclusion, stress is an inevitable part of our lives, whether from external pressure or internal expectations, profoundly affects mental and physical well-being. For us, stress arises from sources like workplace, politics, ethical dilemmas, and personal perfectionism. Effective stress management requires seeking organizational support, looking for mental health resources, and personal coping strategies essential for maintaining a resilient and healthy workplace.